I could have your attention, please. We'll call to order the council presentation ceremony. It's approximately 5:30. Item number A, I guess we'll call it, is special award for Elvis Ackerman. Could you guys step up to the front, please? Chief? You guys are never shy. Come on, somebody step up here. Major, Chief, Captain, there you go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Captain Marie Kent, and I'm with Homestead Police Department, Operations Division, Uniform Patrol. And we are here tonight to recognize the recipient for the Officer of the Month for May of 2014. A little background information on Officer Elvis Ackerman, who's the recipient. He's been a reserve officer with us since 2004. He went to full-time officer in 2006. He's been in uniform patrol. He's an FTO for our department. He's a field training officer, so he's responsible for training other new trainees that are coming into the department. Has a lot of patience and understanding, which they all need, and he's been phenomenal. He is also a reservist in the Army and proudly serves our country. I will read you the memo that was submitted to us for his consideration and why he was chosen for this award. It was submitted by the supervisors on his shift, Lieutenant Edie Sermon, Lieutenant David DeJean, and Sergeant Harley Faust. On Friday, March 14, 2014, Officer Elvis Ackerman was dispatched to 1312 North Chrome Avenue in emergency mode, reference an 82-year-old female having difficulty breathing. Upon arrival, Officer Ackerman observed the victim breathing difficulty and had a weak pulse. Officer Ackerman continued monitoring her, awaiting fire rescue. As he continued to monitor her condition, he observed that she was becoming unresponsive. Continued checks revealed she had no pulse. Officer Ackerman attached his AED to the victim to confirm his findings, and the machine advised him to start CPR. Officer Ackerman attached his AED, applied and continued, and she regained her pulse and breathing. She was transported to Homestead Hospital, and while at the hospital, the victim's pulse ceased twice and was again revived by ER staff until she was at last maintained a continuous strong pulse, according to the ER doctor. Without Officer Ackerman's involvement or actions, she very well would have passed away in front of the store. His supervisors feel very strongly that due to Officer Ackerman's rapid response, constant vigilance, and strict adherence to training, a victim survived that may not have otherwise been lost. His supervisors had an additional request. In addition to the above, for the month of March, Officer Ackerman was assigned as primary on 90 calls. He had 63 backup calls. He wrote 38 incident reports, 7 accident reports, 5 field contacts, 4 citations with 7 arrests. While the number of field contacts, citations, and arrests may not be incredibly high, They would like to point out the importance of some of the cases he was involved in. Officer Ackerman and Officer Pierce worked together and with Detective Bobby Cabrera arrested a subject for the theft of numerous flush valves totaling thousands of dollars and involving not only businesses but the city of Homestead as victims. It was a large amount of money that those flush valves cost for the city, and it was great thinking and anticipating where the next one might happen and listening to the calls that come out that made him take the action that he did. His other arrests included 1 domestic battery, 2 simple batteries, 1 robbery attempt, and 2 arrests in regards to an occupied burglary. Officer Ackerman's diligence doesn't stop there. While en route back to Homestead, while attending court, Officer Ackerman observed a vehicle driving erratically, swerving between lanes, and even going into the sidewalk, endangering drivers, pedestrians, and buildings. Despite numerous attempts using his horn and siren, he was unable to get the attention of the driver. He observed the driver appeared slumped over the wheel and believed him to be unconscious. Officer Ackerman also saw the vehicle was about to enter a busy intersection and feared a serious accident, having already requested emergency assistance, From the City of Miami Police Department, Officer Ackerman saw no option other than to place his police vehicle in front of the out-of-control vehicle to avoid possible deadly consequences. Once the vehicle was stopped and entry made, it was determined that the driver was going into diabetic coma and was in need of immediate medical attention. Based on all of the above, in addition to requesting the life-saving award, he would like to nominate Officer Ackerman for Officer of the Month. I would like to note that this is the second Officer of the Month award that Officer Ackerman has received within the last few months that also included the life-saving award. If you remember, Officer Ackerman was one of the officers that saved the life of the gentleman that was electrocuted. So I am proud to present Officer Ackerman.
In recognition of your accomplishments, we'd like to present this Officer Elvis Ackerman in recognition of the life you saved on March 14, 2014 through your rapid response, constant diligence, and strict adherence to training. We commend you for your courageous efforts, heroism, dedication to the community, and to your profession. This is from the Mayor and the Council. Elvis said he didn't want to say anything, but we were going to try to get him. He's very quiet. He's just effective in the field. Next on our agenda is a officer swearing in. So, Chief, it's all yours. Swearing in those officers.
The officers, please step up here. On behalf of Chief Raw and his entire command staff, we'd like to explain first, we had over 100+ applicants that applied for a police department this last year. 12 applicants had passed that process, and these are the first 4 of the 12 out of the 100+ applicants. So those standards that we uphold are not only set by the federal or state or FDLE, but are extremely high, that's set by Chief Roll and the City Council and the Mayor to serve our citizens. And to introduce them and to say a few words about them also will be Captain Marie Kent, who will be their supervisor as well. Another thing on Ackerman, I know you didn't want to say much about Ackerman, or Ackerman didn't want to say much about himself, should I say. Ackerman was one of our first police explorers, and I was his advisor over 25 years ago. And he was a great student then, and he went through some great obstacles through learning education to get where he's at. He also has a mother who's been over 2 decades working with the police department as our individual who orders all our supplies, takes care of our uniforms and all intakes, and we appreciate her service as well. And with that, Elvis, once again, we're very proud of you. Keep up the good work, son.
I'd like to introduce the command staff to you and everyone that's here from our department to recognize the officers and be here. Standing immediately to my right is Chief Alexander Roll Jr. To his right is Major Scott Kennedy. To his right is Captain Tony Sincor. Directly behind me to my right is Detective Antonio Aquino. To my left is Captain Angela Washington. To her left is Captain Mally Graham. That's Elizabeth. And Mayor Porter. This process has only just begun for these officers. We're very proud of the applicants that we have had, that we've processed, including the ones that you see here being hired, and the additional ones that we have that are applying, that are wanting to join our police department family. A little background on the individuals that you see here. The first officer, which will be a full-time officer for us, is Bert McComb. Bert was born in Miami, Florida. He speaks fluent Creole. He has a bachelor's degree in business administration. He was a personal banker for 6 years. And he graduated as a law enforcement officer from the academy in June of 2013. He originally came in, believe it or not, and was applying for our agency as a dispatcher. And as we sat there and interviewed him, and I understood that he had a law enforcement certification, and I listened to how well he spoke and what a personable person he was, and what a great impression that he gave to us, that the interest switched from dispatcher to full-time officer. I took the information to the chief. He came in and met with him, and the chief was in agreement that yes, he was definitely somebody that our community could grab a hold of and bring in and take on as an officer for here. His parents, who are here tonight, because as we all know, nobody ever does this alone. There always has to be somebody in the background to help you. His mom, Anita, his dad, Smith, and his sister, Bernadine. If you can please stand. The next person that we have is a reserve officer, and her name is Sofia Ayala. She was born in Miami, Florida. She's a Homestead senior high school graduate. She's what we like to refer to as a homegrown. She, don't let her fool you with her size and stature. She was a small arms tech armorer in the United States Marine Corps for over 3 years. She is currently going to school full-time as a criminal justice degree major. And she graduated from the police academy in June of 2013. Her family that are here is her mom, Anna, her dad, Renee, sister, Sonia, and sister, Anna. Can you please stand? Our third reserve officer is actually standing on the end, but I'm going to cut over. Josué Acevedo. He was born in Miami, Florida. He is also a Homestead Senior High School graduate, also homegrown. He's a criminal justice student at Miami-Dade College. He currently works as a teller at SunTrust Bank. He graduated the academy in 2012. His family, his mom, Elisa, dad, Angel, and we can't leave out the girlfriend of 2 years, who I'm sure helped support in the background also. Jenny, if you can please stand. And then our last of the four is also a reserve officer, Alfonso Ponce. Alfonso was born in Mexico. He has associates in criminal justice administration. He's currently assistant manager at Pet Supermarket, and he graduated the police academy in 2012. His mom, Susanna, his sister, Yesenia, and his girlfriend, Mercedes, are here. Can you please stand? We want to welcome all of our new employees here. The next part of the swearing in is Miss Elizabeth Sewell will issue their oath.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida, and I will obey the laws of the United States and the state of Florida, and I will, in all respects, observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances of the City of Homestead, and will faithfully discharge the duties of an officer upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Thank you.
Now, the next part of the swearing in is the ceremonial badge pinning that is usually done by a family member of their choice. One, both, it's entirely up to you. Whatever family member you would like to come up, the chief will hand the badge over and they will pin you. Who would you like to come up? Okay, if Mr. Smith-McComb could come up, please. Mr. Rene Ayala. Mr. Angel Acevedo. And Susanna.
For everyone to know, this is customary in law enforcement. It's done at most police academies or sworn-in ceremonies. This is after they get sworn in and get certified as law enforcement officers. They have the family member they're chosen to pin on the badge the first time as a full-time sworn officer. Also, while they're doing that, I'd like to also mention with Officer Ackerman, we have Captain Bowe. Captain Bowe, if you're in the audience, I saw him here today, and I know he's here, and that's the uncle of Elvis Ackerman. And Captain Bowe works for the Homestead Police Department for over 30 years and continues to do his service as the emergency management operator for the entire city for emergency planning.
He's outside.
I'm just going to close it out. And I just want myself to close it out before the chief comes up and speaks to everyone, to say welcome to the Homestead family, to you and your family members, to this family. We are looking forward to long careers with you here. And just welcome aboard.
Thank you all. Just want to thank the families most of all for showing up and supporting their loved ones. This is a special day for them. We all standing here tonight can probably protest to that. That's what it's all about. But what I wanted to say is that one thing we do in Homestead Police Department, we try to select the best of the best. And if you take a look around, look at these fine young lady and men, the way they're dressed, all I gotta say is wow. Wow. We really try to pick the best of the best. And I think tonight, after all the years that we've been handpicking our police officers, again, you know, we selected 4 fine young men and young ladies to enter our police department. With that being said, I want to congratulate you all to an upcoming fine career with the city of Homestead. And like Detective Aquino said earlier, we went through probably 100 applicants, 104. And out of 104, we ended up with this 4. So you have to commend yourself for being selected. You all are very special, not only to us, but to your family and to yourself. One thing that we do as parents, we want to see our kids succeed and be the best they can be. There's no prouder way for a family or a parent to be happy and see their kids accomplishing this kind of career at this given time. So again, thank you all so much for giving us the time to recognize each one of these fine officers. And with that being said, again, thank you all so much, and I would be remiss if I didn't have them to say one word if they want to say something, then we'll call it good night. But thank you all again. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I wasn't expecting to say anything, but I'm going to keep it short and simple. I just want to start by saying that I'm blessed with the opportunity to be here this evening. Thank you so much for my family, my friends, because they know how hard it is for us to get to where we're at this current moment. And I just want to say thank you. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank the administrative staff, because without them, we wouldn't be here right now also. So I also want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to serving the community of Homestead.
Good afternoon. I want to say thank you to Homestead for choosing me out of the 104 applicants. I'm very fortunate. This is the only police department I applied to, and it's the only one I really wanted, so I'm very fortunate that they chose me. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to thank Chief Rowe and the Homestead Police Department for giving me the opportunity. I want to thank my family and friends for coming out here today. Thank you.
Good evening. I just want to thank the City of Homestead for giving me the opportunity, as well as the Police Department, and my family for being there through the thick and thin. And it took 2 years, but I finally got it.
Anybody want a photo op before we close it out? Any family want a photo op before we? I'm sorry about that. That's important, because this is a Lifetime Achievement Award here. Any family want to take any photo op while we're here?
Move them to the center, Chief.
Okay.
Move them to the center.
Thank you. Move to the center.
Get the command staff on?
No.
One last thing before we leave. I definitely want to thank the mayor and council, the vice mayor, city manager, to allow me to do what I do here today, the city of Homestead, with these fine young men and women. So again, thank you all so much, and I appreciate you all supporting me to let me and my staff do what's best for the city of Homestead, and that's bring in fine police officers. And once again, we've done that. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, we're going to move on to the next item. Councilwoman Faircloth, I know you got a long list and you've been waiting patiently.
Yeah.
We're going to move you up, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone, or should I say good evening. It's such a pleasure to see a packed house and an engaged constituency here for our presentations. I'm going to skip a bit and head on to our cheerleading competition presentation, because we have some young ladies who have to perform on tonight, so we have to hurry up and get them out of here. Want to make it on that side? Yeah. Come on over. I know. Hi. Wait, just focus on me first. Okay, this has truly been a banner year for the city of Homestead, in that the youth in this community has really to help us make headlines for the right reasons. At our last council meeting, I was privileged to present to the community the Homestead Hawks U16 competition team because they clinched a state title and now they're moving on to nationals. We're still recognizing and celebrating with South Dade Senior High, as this has been a historic year for them in that they have garnered their third state title in 1 year in football, wrestling, and on this Saturday, baseball. So congratulations, South Dade Senior High School. And tonight is no exception, because I am here to present to you two talented cheerleading squads who have also helped Homestead to garner state titles. We have our Somerset City Arts Stingrays. Their coaches are here to represent for the young ladies because they're preparing for a show on tonight. And we also are graced with the presence of Everglades Preparatory Academy Panthers under the leadership of Coach Pineka, their principal, Dr. Feringer, and is it Curiel? Did I pronounce that correctly? Okay. So I'm going to bring to your forefront the two coaches from Somerset City Arts to just talk very briefly about the competition and what led them to their journey for the state title.
Our girls have been with us for 4 years. They work really hard. We have from first grade to sixth grade. We just came back from a competition in March to defend their national champion title. They're two-time state champion and also two-time national champion. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here tonight. We're across the street doing our end of the year show. But we want to say thank you from myself and Ms. Laguerre as well as the girls. And thank you.
Okay. Somerset City Arts Stingray Cheerleading Squad in recognition for achieving first place during the 2014 FCDA Beach Battle Competition. The City of Homestead honors this young team for setting the standard for future teams. Continue your competitive spirit and commitment to leading towards a brighter future. On behalf of our mayor and council, we congratulate you on your most recent accomplishment.
Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to bring up Coach Paneka, or Dr. Feringer, or Coach Curiel, who can talk to us about this undefeated team here who has made it to nationals. So talk to us a little bit about their journey and what led them to a national competition.
Well, as was said, we are from Everglades Preparatory Academy, and we opened our doors last year, and we started our first squad. And last year, our girls were undefeated. They competed at the district and state level, and they won first place both times. And then this year, they competed at the state and national level, and they also placed first. So our girls are undefeated, and for a very young squad, they've accomplished quite a bit.
Everglades Preparatory Academy Cheerleading Squad, in recognition for your outstanding performance during the 2014 competitive cheerleading season. The City of Homestead honors EPA for your undefeated legacy and setting the standard for future teams. Continue your competitive spirit and commitment to leading towards a brighter future. You see how cute these girls are? In my classroom, go ahead and hold this. In my classroom, I tell my girls, cute has to count. So that work ethic that you are exhibiting out of the classroom and on the field, you need to display that same commitment in the classroom. So whatever you do out on the field, make sure it translates into the classroom, because cute, it has to count. Okay? God bless you all. Okay, I'm going to continue. Can my Speedway Community Church family come on over and join me? I see some members from Speedway Community Church. Yes, she's here? Yes. Where's she? I know, but where's she? Anna, can you come join us? And your husband? Okay, I am here with First Lady Joanne Schiffer. Her husband is Pastor Brock Schiffer from Speedway Community Church. And this is a very small church in our community, but they have a very big heart. Just in March, they were recognized in a national publication for their partnership with Campbell Drive K-8 Center, in that they have literally adopted this school and provided so many incentives for the boys and girls, and have really championed and reached out to several businesses to join them in their partnership with Campbell Drive K-8 Center. So I'm going to allow Ms. Joanne Schiffer just to talk a little bit about the type of experiences that they've had at Campbell Drive Elementary School. I know you've had cleanup days, you've adopted the kids, every child left in the winter with a jacket. So if you can just tell us a little bit about what that partnership looks like at Campbell Drive K-8 Center.
Thank you. We began last year before school started, and my husband, with his different contacts with the military, our community, our church, we were able to do a cleanup the Saturday before school started. And we went in and we washed classrooms and painted and landscaped, and it was just a tremendous event where church and state was able to come together. Since then, we have clothes through first and second grade, jackets for the winter time because they don't have an indoor auditorium, and so many children were just very cold during our, what we call cold winter days. We recently just went in and had another cleanup day. We took a garden that was just a disaster and made it into a beautiful butterfly garden. And again, the military came and helped, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful event. And one of the other things that we've done is we've asked certain community business owners if they would come alongside of us and be able to help add to the needs of the classroom. And Anna and Don Wynn from Nail Fever 3, she was so receptive to help, and so she donated $1,000 to buy a flat screen TV, a printer, and a computer and paper, and just helped out this pod of classrooms so much. And I'm so glad they're being recognized tonight, along with other businesses that have helped as well.
Thank you. I thank both of these entities for really investing in our community. This is what I call kingdom building and the true spirit and heart of this community, when you extend beyond yourself and beyond your four walls to allow that help to extend into our classrooms, which is very near and dear to my heart. So on behalf of our mayor and council, to Speedway Community Church and Nail Fever, in recognition for its services and support provided to Campbell Drive K-8 Center, to volunteer is to live in accordance to the values of righteousness, selflessness, and above all, altruism. The City of Homestead honors your commitment to helping our community grow and your concern for our youth. The City of Homestead salutes you.
Our next presentation is from Vice Mayor Shelley.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd now like to invite up to the podium the participants for this month's, actually May and June, Artists in the Spotlight program. This month and for June, it'll be the Community Center Artists here, which is a collaboration of local artists. And the thing I like most about this exhibit is typically we have an exhibit which is all photography or all painting or all pencil or some sort of medium that's always the same. And what I like most about this is as you look as the hallways up and down your way into the chambers, is that it's a bunch of different type of artwork, and it's really beautiful the way it's all come together. And these are individuals who love to do this for their spare time. They teach each other, they teach the community. And so I'd like to turn it over to them to talk a little bit about their artwork and the art programming they have here in the community center.
We're all kind of short. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Council, and Homestead. We are the art class of 2014. Actually, we've been doing this for several years since they opened the center, and this is our first opportunity to show our artwork. We're all really tickled. I mean, it's a wonderful presentation because some are accomplished and some are trying to accomplish. So I would like to introduce some of our students. This is Thelma Tucker. She is a retired nurse. She picked up acrylics last year and has done 12 paintings. Her little snow scene over there on the table, if you look when you leave. And would you like to say something, Thelma, about what inspires you?
When I retired from the health department, I said I was going to take up painting because I have passion for that, and I'm having a wonderful time doing that.
Dennis Ross was here, but he had to leave for an appointment. He is a member and teacher as well, professor, and he reads as well as speaks Hebrew. His paintings are mostly in the lobby at the moment. His passion are his pets and wildlife. You might notice the wolf as you go out. And Mary Lou Hampton is a longtime resident of Homestead since the 40s, late 40s. And she has a passion for wildlife and endangered species. You will notice her artwork throughout displays small animals, babies, puppies, and they are pastel. And for those who don't know the media, pastel is a lost art. The one back in the back shows you how we do it, the picture, and then the artist copying, and that one is pastel chalk. Mary Lee, would you like to say something?
I was born here in Homestead, so happy to be here in this occasion. I had retired as a nurse assistant and avocado grower and secretary to my husband's business. So I wasn't that interested in art, but my aunt was an artist. So I thought, well, I'll try my hand at it. And I just love it. It's such a joy to be able to express yourself and show nature. So, thank you.
Good, good. Rana Sabota is not with us tonight either, but he is an accomplished architectural and perspective. We all help one another. We help other people come in to just test their skills. Would they like to do this? We provide materials and a few lessons or more so that they don't have to go out and buy a lot of art and crafts and find out they don't really like it. This is an adult class. Clinton Solomon's work is posted throughout. He is the one who has done all the ink in modern form. He never runs out of ink, and he never runs out of form. And his work is dazzling. Isabel Maytan started with us last year. She's actually still a registered nurse. She has done pencils and portraits, and it has excelled. in her joy of doing this. Quillian Minot is our newest student, and this is Quillian, and she has posted her first piece. It's the yellow flat with the blue and pink flowers to the back. She's never picked up a brush before, so we wanted to kind of spotlight her. Would you like to say something, Quillian?
Yes, I'd love to say this has been such a joy. Oh, working with in this capacity of art and with my instructor. Oh, she's wonderful, and I've had a wonderful time, and I'm totally at peace here in my art, and I love it. It's right there.
I would like to mention that we've had 3 teachers, and unfortunately, one has passed away, Bonnie Posner. She left her gifted talents with many of us in the pastels. She was very accomplished in Homestead in the arts field. And Lillian Marlott is now still teaching, and Vanessa Jenkins was watercolor artist, but now is homebound. We miss them, but we were beginning to think when they got sick and ill that maybe we were doing something wrong, or maybe we were chasing them off. But nevertheless, we've had talented people pass on their gifts free, and we try to pass those gifts on to others who want to enjoy it. I'd like to thank Vice Mayor Stephen Shelley again for the opportunity. We're all delighted to be here. We're happy that we have been able to show you our work. I hope you enjoy it before you leave. Thank you.
Next, I have the opportunity to recognize the Homestead Main Street organization. So I'd like to go ahead and invite them to come on up here to the podium, the entire board, which includes the president and the executive director. And this, for the month of May, Secretary of State Ken Densner announced that Homestead Main Street has been designated the Florida Main Street Community of the Month for the May of 2014. Communities are selected based on their development achievements and participation in the Florida Main Street program. Since designation in 1993 as a Florida Main Street community, Homestead has completed 94 construction and rehabilitation projects totaling over $36 million, said Secretary Densner. In addition, a total of 121 businesses have opened, creating 598 new jobs in the downtown. Volunteers have donated over 441,000 hours of their time to meetings and events, and Homestead is an example of how Main Street programs can improve and develop downtown communities. And so today I'd like to give you a certificate in honor of this great recognition of all that you do for the city of Homestead, for the downtown community, for all the events that you've put on, and all the hours you guys have put into trying to revitalize our downtown. So I want to thank you, and I want to present a certificate. And the certificate reads, Certificate of Recognition to Homestead Main Street for being named the Florida Main Street Program for May 2014 by the Secretary of State. Your dedication and passion for this community is recognized and rewarded. Thank you for your commitment to bringing residents, tourists, and businesses to our downtown and for being an advocate for revitalization. Homestead Main Street is the heart of Homestead's historic downtown community. And then there's also a quote here from Ken Robinson that says, you cannot predict the outcome of human development. All you can do is, like a farmer, create the conditions under which it will begin to flourish. And I think it's very relevant because that's what Homestead Main Street does, and that is you create the conditions on which, downtown businesses can thrive and flourish. And so I thank you for again, all of your commitment, and I'd like to turn it over to you to say a couple words.
Steve, you're welcome. On behalf of our board, Yvonne Knowles, Executive Director, is the hardest working person I've met in my life. Bonnie and Santi and Catherine and Alfredo and Tim and Bielka. We thank you very much. We appreciate this, Steve and City, and for your recognition, and we plan on working just as hard to keep it going. We're very happy with the way Homestead is going at these times.
Thank you. I'd like to say one quick thing. We've had the great honor of having a liaison, Vice Mayor Steve Shelley, helping us downtown, and that has really made a tremendous difference, getting us the support, and the city has been phenomenal in supporting our events, and you, the public, have been out there coming down to our monthly events. That's been phenomenal. But the best thing that's happened, folks, is referendum passing, and Seminole Theater is finally going to be completed. That's going to be a major project for downtown, and we cannot be more delighted to see that happen. So, new police department, new police building, and a new Seminole Theater. It's going to be a wonderful future for downtown. Come on down and enjoy it with all of us. Thank you very much.
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the City Council and Mayor for their outstanding hard work and strength of mettle to stand up and do what's right for the future, go beyond politics, and make a great city. Thank you.
My colleagues would like to come down and join us for a picture to honor Main Street for their achievement this month.
Thank you. Tonight's been a great night. We've seen one of our city's finest be rewarded for his hard work as Officer of the Month. We've seen 4 new young people who have worked hard to become officers, sworn officers in the city of Homestead. And tonight we also have some young people that have worked hard and done great things for this community that I would like to recognize and tell them thank you. We had the Homestead Police Explorers from the city of Homestead, and I would like to recognize them and their leaders tonight. They recently went to a competition where there were 22 different police departments represented with youth organizations. They have 6 events that they work through. Our explorers placed 5th in 2 different scenarios. One was a crime scene investigation, and the other one was a search and arrest. And I think that's great. Out of the 22 organizations that went there, that we were able to show that Homestead has some great young leaders coming up and people that work very hard. And I'd like to bring their leaders up if they're here tonight, and I know they are. I saw them earlier. Captain Mally Graham, Officer Robbie Tate, and is Miss Alicia Wiggins. I haven't seen Alicia. I don't know if she's here. There she is, hiding behind everybody. Okay, I'd like to bring up, and these are the people that work and give plenty of time to these young people and guide them through the program. And I've got plaques for the leaders here, and their plaques say, in recognition of your outstanding service and dedication to the Homestead Police Explorers Program, thank you very much for your outstanding leadership and mentorship. You know, as I stand here and think, I rode with Officer Ackerman 5 years ago, and this is where he got his start. And look at the great things that he's doing for our community now. So it makes me proud to be up here and see these young adults as they start and work so hard to achieve their goals today. The Police Explorers are also here tonight, and I'd like to recognize them. We've got Chief Explorer Stephen Frankie. You're going to feel free to applaud. They do great things. Carlina Rocho is the Deputy Chief Explorer. We've got Ruben Martinez.
We've got Jennifer Rivera out of about 100 females at the competition, placed third in the physical fitness competition side, so thank you and congratulations. We've got Gabriella Frankie. We've got John Castro, Robert Tate Jr., Christian Bailey, and Krister Martinez, who also came in second in the male side of the physical fitness test. Congratulations on that fine accomplishment. We have plaques for them, and this says, in recognition of your outstanding accomplishments for competing in the Learning for Life Regional Explorer Competition. I commend you for demonstrating the highest qualities of leadership, dedication to the Homestead Police Explorer Program, and your service to your local community. Much success and happiness in the future to each and every one of you, and I'm sure there will be much success. If anybody's out and about at any events in town, they're always there helping us. It doesn't matter if it's 5 o'clock in the morning or 11, 12 o'clock at night. The police explorers are there with a smile on their face doing whatever they can to make it a success and make it a great time for all the people that are there participating. And we also want to proclaim today to be Homestead Police Explorer Day. And the proclamation reads, whereas the Homestead Police Explorers Program was initiated in 1980, and whereas the Homestead Police Explorers is a law enforcement-based community service program that falls under the City of Homestead Police Department, whereas the purpose of the Homestead Police Explorers Program is to bring together law enforcement officers and local community youth with an interest in law enforcement as a possible career, and whereas the Homestead Police Explorers Program instills discipline, responsibility, and leadership, students ranging from the ages of 14 to 21 with a GPA of 2.0 or better in each class, and whereas the Homestead Police Explorers must complete the basic law enforcement Explorer Academy, where they receive training in many different aspects of law enforcement, such as building searches, traffic stops, traffic accident investigation, in progress search and arrest, crisis intervention, and crime scene investigations. And whereas the Homestead Police Explorers take great pride in their homestead community and often participate in neighborhood cleanups, over 2,000 hours of volunteer service and graffiti paintouts. And whereas the City of Homestead is extremely proud of the Homestead Police Explorers for their commitment, hard work, and exceptional display of teamwork. Now, therefore, I, Jeff Porter, the Mayor of the City of Homestead, do hereby proclaim the 21st day of May, 2014, as Homestead Police Explorers Day. Congratulations. And like I said, we're very proud and very thankful to have you guys here. All the hard work and dedication that you show is paying off. Congratulations. And like I said, much success. Captain Graham, you want to say anything? Or Officer Tate?
I just want to also recognize two of the seniors that's here, that they're on the team, but they're also heading off to college starting in June. I want to recognize the Chief Explorer, Frankie, which he will be going out to the University of Florida. And his hard work and dedication, not only is he an explorer, he also worked hard. He's in the IB program at school, and he received a full scholarship to the University of Florida, full paid, everything. And I also want to recognize our other senior, Explorer Patino. He will also be heading to Gainesville, but he's going to Santa Fe College, which he also received a scholarship for his first 2 years at school, full paid tuition. So the hard work and dedication not only explores, but they work hard in the classroom.
I just want to say thank you, Councilman Burgess, for the recognition for these fine young men and women. They do such a phenomenal job in our community, and we're just so thankful that they chose the Homestead Explorer program to be a part of. And I just wanted to say thank you to Flor Oswega, that's always there helping us. Stand up, Flor. Thank you so much. Also, Mario Oswega, he, one of our police officers, he's always there supporting the program. I mean, we just got so much support from the police department. Chief, thank you. Major, thank you. Mayor, thank you. All the council people, thank you so much. And again, thank you for this recognition. Thank you.
Mayor and council, would you please come on up and take a picture with these fine people?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, and welcome to all that are still here today with us, and those that are at home. For our first presentation, it brings great joy because in our first term, my first term, as the chair of the Education Committee and this council, made sure that we gave Homestead a choice in education. And we had a few charter schools that came on board, and they've been a great success to this community. So the first one is with, so our first presentation is about Charter School Associates. Charter School Associates develops and operates 8 successful charter schools in the South Dade area, and is the 3rd largest management company in all of South Florida. CSA has developed dozens of schools ranging in the size from as few as 35 students to as many as 1,150 students. In Homestead, we have 2 of these schools, and they are the Charter School of Waterstone and Everglades Preparatory and High School. My daughters also attend this school as well, so it brings me great joy to bring them up here as they have a presentation for us today. Would you please join me? At this time, to the podium we have Melissa Aguilar, she was the principal there at the time, and she's now the area director for Charter School Associates. And we have they're going to be introducing the new internship program along with Dr. Margaret Farringer, and principal of Everglades Preparatory, and Ivan Hernandez, the principal of Palm Glades Preparatory. Thank you.
Good evening. One of the things, or the main thing that we wanted to talk to you about today is the opportunity that will be afforded to all of our seniors, our incoming seniors, is the Executive Internship Program. All of our 12th graders will be required to complete service hours within an academy that they have been participating in now for at least 3 years. There are numerous academies that we are working with, and the children have been training and learning, participating in field study activities, and now we're getting them ready not just for college but also for career. The best thing about our program is that it combines both the traditional and the contemporary approaches of education. The students will be academically prepared as well as professionally prepared, and it will promote self-directed learning and creative problem solving across all cultural units within the city of Homestead. When you look at all of our schools, even Palm Glades Preparatory Academy, which is not in the city of Homestead, a very large portion of the students at that school and the majority of the students at Everglades Preparatory Academy are students who actually live within the city of Homestead. Our goal is for our students to be able to complete their internship within the city that they reside in. The students would be required to complete an internship that would approximately last 4 to 6 hours a week. Students would undertake activities that would provide a comprehensive view of the organization and the focus. They would be mentored by somebody who will teach them the knowledge of the organization and long-range company priorities and goals. The students will learn to seek insight into the quality, skills, and knowledge that helps them develop professionally, and they will use the information they learned or gained and complete a project that they will be graded on before graduation. The sponsor basically will be provided an intern, unpaid internship, and an opportunity to mentor a student, provide support and goal setting, and be able to share their professional experiences and assist them in developing their program. I would like for Dr. Margaret Farringer, the principal of Everglades Preparatory Academy, to talk to you a little bit about her academic programs and academies at Everglades.
Good afternoon. We need you. We need you to offer our students internships, and we hope to place interns with City Council and in the business and finance. We have an Academy of Business and Finance, and we would like to place students in your businesses to help you to get a sense of what it's like to be in the real world. We also have an Academy of Law Studies, so we will be looking at members of the bar to offer our students an insight into what it takes to get into legal practice. And since we are close to the marine environment, marine and environmental studies, and we will be looking for park rangers and other organizations to support the Everglades and the natural environment of South Florida. So we are looking forward to working with you and having our students work with you. City Council, we hope to place interns with you because government is a very important part of everybody's life, and also the community members. So if any of you are interested, please let us know, but we will be coming and knocking at your door. Thank you.
And next, Mr. Ivan Hernandez, the principal of Palm Glades Preparatory Academy.
Good afternoon to you all. As Dr. Farringer has stated, we do need the cooperation of all the business members and the people in the Homestead area to help with these students, to better them in their future and give them a good chance at a better future. As well as the academies that Dr. Farringer has at Everglades, I also, at my Palm Glades, we offer the Business and Finance Academy with a little bit of a twist in there, is that we are also having a sports management component to our academy. So we'll be looking out for physicians, for hospitals and clinics to help intern with our students who want to be in the sports medicine or sports management. We are also, in our law academy, are looking forward to having a criminal justice component, which our students will be making part of the explorers, whether it be here in Homestead or in the Cutler Bay area, because it's a little closer to them there, depending on where the student resides. So we will be coming to you guys, as Dr. Farringer said, to get help with these students for their interns, to the practice, to get an insight and to get a real-world picture of what it's going to take for them to be successful in the future as members of society and as business members and successful people in the world today.
If you know anything about any of our schools, you know that one of the things is that we are committed to the communities in which we service. And we want to establish that with our children. We've been doing that for soon to be 10 years here in the city of Homestead with the charter school at Waterstone, and we look forward to continuing to do that with our current schools. We thank the City Council for always being so focused on education in this city. We appreciate always the support, and always thank you to the City of Homestead, businesses and business partnerships that only enhance our education at our schools. So thank you very much, and we really do hope that you take some time in considering if you would like to mentor a future leader of Homestead. Thank you.
Thank you, no problem. Like I said, great opportunities that we're giving our children here in Homestead. You know, I've traveled throughout Miami the last couple of months, and we're looking at what kind of jobs we're going to bring down here. And so we need to create the demographics in order to have those jobs come over to Homestead. So this is a great opportunity. We ask the support of the community in reference to this. So thank you. Our next presentation, I have the honor of being the honorary chair of the 2014 Relay for Life. So as the honorary chair of the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead, it gives me great honor to recognize the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead, Team City of Homestead. Every year is a special year for Relay, and this team really did a great job of bringing the city and community together and leading the way with their tremendous fundraising efforts and giving their time and energy to put together great fundraising events such as the Jail and Bail and the Highway Holdup. So, therefore, tonight I would like to present Councilwoman Judy Wallman, Michael Hitt, the Homestead Police Department, represented by Major Kennedy and Chief Rowe, for certificates of appreciation. And I'm going to let them say a few words, but, from our chair that sits here with us today, Ms. Terry Weinstein, that led a phenomenal effort with the 2014 Relay for Life. This was a team that made a difference. So with that, I'm going to ask Judy just to share a little bit of what she did and how she does it. She does it all the time, so we're so ever grateful for her. Thank you.
I'm not used to being on this side of the microphone because I'm always giving the award. So Elvis, thank you so much. Look at him; he's just grinning up here.
Wait a second, I didn't get to read what the certificate says. So if you just give me a moment to read it, it says, "Certificate of Appreciation presented to Judy Wallman in a grateful recognition of your significant contributions to the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead and your tireless commitment to finish the fight." And on here it's a beautiful plaque that we put together, and so she did a phenomenal job. And it says the same to all of those that received it. So thank you all for being up here. Go ahead, Judy. Back to you.
No, I just, again, I feel very strange being on the side of the podium, but all I did was offer to help. And Tara, you did a fantastic job as chairwoman. I mean, I've been there in your shoes, and I know that you know now how hard it is, but it was a great success. Michael Hitt, always a great guy, always a leader. I was so glad to have Major Kennedy back this year because without him and Chief and all the officers and volunteers that helped in both the highway holdup and the jail and bail, and I'll guarantee you we're going to be back out there again because I've got people begging to be arrested. I'm like, okay. It's like, let's make the list. So we raised over $10,000 in that event, and Major Kennedy, what was it, about $5,500 in the highway holdup, and we put those two events together really in a matter of a couple of hours sitting around a table, and so I can't take. I give all the credit to all of you. I mean, I suggested, they jumped and made it happen. So I give all the credit to you. And Elvis, great job as always. I love you. Thanks.
Okay, you want to say anything, Terry? You want to say a few words in reference to that? Of course.
Well, I guess I'll speak now instead of during the public comments. It was my pleasure and my honor to serve as the event chair for the 2014 Relay for Life. We estimate that about 800 people participated on the day of the event, from team members to community members. And I just want to say when we initially met with ACS in October, I think I may have told you this during my several public comment presentations, they wanted to set a goal of $25,000, and I said, no, I think we can double that this year. We set the goal at $50,000, and I'm proud to say that with the help of the team from City of Homestead, as of today, we are at about $56,000. And thank you. And that was a true community effort. We had about $15,000 in corporate sponsorships. We had $15,000 that Team City of Homestead helped to raise, and the rest came from, you know, the raffle we did and all the team fundraising. So thank you. We're hoping that by June 4th, the wrap-up party, we can get to 60,000. So thank you so much for your support, and it was a great experience for me. Thank you.
Let's get a quick picture. Yes, Michael. You can recognize the team real quick. I want to help you.
Well, I'd just like to start off with thanking the mayor and council for all their help and support. The Homestead Police Department, oh my God, that's great. Thank you. And yes, and above all, Councilwoman Waldman for her support and mentorship. Thank you.
And just one other presentation for the Relay for Life, and we're going to recognize some other folks and members on our next council meeting. But at this time, I would also like to call up a very special young lady who is being recognized for winning the T-shirt design contest for this year's Relay for Life of Homestead, Brianna Powell, who is a 10th grader at one of our schools, Somerset Soho, and her teacher, Mr. Juan Mendez. Brianna's here also with her mother, Dianara, and the certificate reads, and yeah, I did mention Mr. Juan Mendez. He is here. Is he here? Is he coming? Joining us? And Mom, you can join us as well. You're the reason that she's here. And so the certificate reads, in recognition of your winning submission to the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead T-shirt Design Contest, presented this 21st day of May 2014 by me, Councilman Elvis Maldonado, honorary chair of the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead. And this great idea was, of course, Terry Weinstein, that she made this a great success. We had the T-shirts donated, and we were able to sell a lot of the T-shirts, and we have them with us. So I don't know if we have the picture. We didn't have the picture here. So with that. And as you can see, just take a quick look. That's the design that won. And again, it's proud that we have one of our school board members here in Homestead that won the T-shirt design contest. And we wore that shirt proudly. So thank you for all your effort and your hard work. You want to say anything this time? All right, teacher? Same thing happened last time. It's okay. All right, we're going to take a quick picture. Come on.
Okay, that's going to be the end of this section of the meeting, so I'll adjourn the special presentation. Give us about a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and reconvene for the council meeting.